Hi guys, it's Brittany. Welcome to my channel. So in this video I wanted to talk about what it was like to start my channel. Now I literally, it looks like I did. I just started uploading videos like a week or two ago. So you might find it a little odd that I'm going to give you a story of how I started and what it felt like, but this was what I was looking for when I started. I wanted somebody that I could relate to more than the big YouTubers who seemed to be the only people I could find who were talking about this. So this is going to be my story, my advice. Well, not so much my advice. I guess maybe a little bit. Let's just get started. Okay, so one of the first things that I did was, other than actually starting the channel, which really I just put in a summary, put up some photos, and created a name. And that was it, which coming up with a name took forever because, well, you know, Brittany Elise was already taken. And I went through so many names, it was ridiculous. But after all of that, I started looking through all of these videos of YouTubers describing what it was like to start their channels, and I did find a few that I found to be helpful. One of them in particular was a guy named Roberto Blake. I will link him below if you want to check him out. That went through, you know, things to do, things not to do, when to monetize, when not to monetize, and basically how to advertise, how to do all of these things. So that was point number one. And point number two, something that a lot of people said, was to come up with a list of ideas for their videos. So I did that. I started my channel, I wrote up a whole list, and then I did nothing for about a month and a half. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm gonna film my first video. And I was so excited about it. I had everything planned out, where I was gonna put my camera and how everything was going to be. And then I did it. And if you watched my 50 facts video, you will know that I filmed that video 4 times. So obviously I did not use it. There's actually a vlog of me. I vlogged the first day I intended to upload a video. Maybe I will upload that vlog someday. But right now, point of this story is I filmed, I hated it. I felt really, I didn't feel like I seemed uncomfortable on camera so much as I just didn't enjoy watching myself. I don't really like the sound of my own voice, which is, probably a problem when this is what you want to do. I didn't like how I looked. Everything I was super self-conscious about. And there was little blips of things that, you know, noises and whatever that could have been easily rectified had I just taken the time to realize that obviously my first videos are not going to be perfect. And it took me 4 filmings of that video to realize this isn't going to be perfect. Upload it, because once you start uploading, you'll be more comfortable with the idea of uploading. So then after I filmed my first video and I did not like it, what would have made the most sense was to refilm the pieces in which I didn't feel comfortable with and then edit the whole thing together. But I went out and cut a foot of hair off my hair, and then I filmed it again, and then I didn't like that version, and then I went and I dyed my hair, Actually, I think I filmed that version twice with the short, darker hair. And then I dyed my hair. And, you know, each version, each time, it just made me feel more and more nervous about it. And if you do go back and watch my 50 facts and you haven't seen it yet, you will kind of notice that I don't seem very comfortable. And it is because I filmed it so many times. And that was one of the things that one of my friends pointed out to me, that I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't seem comfortable at the start of the video. It was because I filmed it so many times, it didn't feel natural to me anymore. After a while, I eventually forced myself to film this 50 facts video, and I told myself, okay, this is going to be the last time you film this. I wanted it to be my first video, so what I ended up doing was I filmed a few of the videos that came after my 50 facts first. And it added pressure saying, okay, this time, this video has to go up. So I did that. I uploaded it 2 weeks, maybe, later than I actually filmed it. Also, which meant I ended up postponing the videos that I had filmed to come after it. Don't do that. I procrastinated a lot with this, and it makes it harder once you've started, that you've procrastinated for so long, because I would have so many videos backed up by now if I hadn't procrastinated. Also, I realized part of the reason for the procrastination, because it was like, obviously this is something I want to do. I put time, I put money into it. I didn't really put it together that there was probably a reason why I wasn't uploading. And that reason was I was scared. I think the idea of putting yourself out there can be a bit nerve-wracking, because I was nervous about how my friends and family would react, which was silly because any one of them who's seen my videos so far did not give me a hard time about it. So I don't really know what I was so nervous about. Once I did upload it, I was still nervous about the upload for a while, until a few hours and I settled in and I got a few views that weren't me checking to see if I got views or checking to watch the video to make sure that I uploaded it correctly, which I watched it so many times to make sure that it was right, that until like a week later I realized I had a transition in the video that wasn't supposed to be there. But what can you do? As I said, you cannot wait for it to be perfect. And it wasn't. Okay. So one of the biggest issues that I've had so far in terms of what I have heard is important when you start your channel is consistency. Uploading your videos at a specific time on a specific day. I have been really trying to stick to the day, to like what day I upload. I haven't picked a specific time yet. Now, as much as I want to be perfect at this, I feel like, yes, I'm just starting, and I also have a job and a personal life in addition to this that is also a priority. And I need to basically sit down and figure out how to combine all of these things so that I can have this on a specific schedule. And that's something I'm going to work on, but I also feel like I shouldn't punish myself. It's not something that's easy for me to, do things by a deadline, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get good at this. This is something I'm going to figure out and I am going to fix. And I will just have to rearrange my schedule to work in all of my priorities. Basically, I feel like I spent so much time trying to figure out what everybody else does and how to get everything done correctly and in the right way and perfect. You can just try to put something out that you feel okay with, that you feel semi-happy with, that you're not going to, it's not going to, as long as it doesn't make you feel bad or negative about yourself, and you can feel comfortable eventually, you think you may eventually feel comfortable with this being out there, then I say go for it. Try it. Because at least you tried. So, I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. If you have any questions about how I started out that I've left out, I'm sure there's a ton because I feel like I probably just rambled a bit. Or if you have any other questions about, you know, anyone I got advice from, I'm going to try and find, I really want to try and find every video that I watched and link it below so you guys can have as much information as I had, plus what I'm giving to you now, even though I'm not sure if it's so much information as much as it is just don't do what I did. Just get out there and have fun with it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.